all about scorecards today. The first section that you're going to read in your scorecard is the local rules. And the reason why is because oftentimes you get free drops in areas that are outside normal golf rules, and we want to take advantage of that so we can shoot lower. So for example, on this scorecard, it says fans around greens are temporary immovable obstructions. Why is this important? Let's say that you're playing and you hit a shot over the green, but now coming back to the green, you have this fan in the way, right? So you haven't read this local rules section. You may think that you need to take an unplayable in order to move the ball so that you can have room to hit onto the green. Well, this is now telling us we get a free drop from there. So just saved you some strokes. These are the hole numbers on the top. Front side is numbers 1 through 9, and the back side is 10 through 18. Below that, you're gonna see the different tee boxes that are offered. We have black and blue, white, orange, green, and yellow. How you're gonna decide which tees you play is by how far you hit your drives. A good guideline, like if you're gonna be playing blacks, most likely your drives are gonna be over 300. Blue, your drives are gonna be over 250. White, your drives are gonna be about 200. And then if you're under 200, you're gonna be from that orange or green. Those are both fun ones. And then the yellow one is more of our junior tee. When you go to a different golf course and you're not sure what tees to play, it's nice to kind of know how far the tees are at your home course. So let's say you're used to playing greens here at 5,000 yards. So when you go to that golf course, you can just look and see which set of tees is 5,000 there and play those. We have a men's handicap and a women's handicap. The holes are rated from hardest to easiest, and they alternate from side to side. For example, you can see the hardest hole for men is going to be number 4, and that's on the front. So then the second hardest hole will automatically be on the back, hole number 13, and then it will just alternate back and forth. Women, the hardest hole is going to be 9 on the front, and then 15 is the second hardest. You're probably wondering why does this even matter? It matters because let's say I'm out playing with a friend and we have an established handicap, and let's say that my friend's a 12 handicap and I'm a 10 handicap. Just as an easy example, I have to give her 2 strokes. Okay, so I would give her what we call a pop on the first hardest hole and 1 on the second hardest hole. Okay, so if she gets a pop on number 9, because that's the hardest hole, that means that if I get a 5 and she gets a 6 on that hole, that we tied. So it's kind of a fun way to play different games, and it makes you guys all at an equal playing field. So we can see what the par is here in the middle, and we have 36 and 36, 72 is par here. Let's talk about par. Par is how the game of golf was designed. Okay, so for example, on every one of those pars, 2 of those strokes are allocated for putting. And then the rest of the strokes on that hole are allocated to getting from the tee box to the green. So for example, if I have a par 5 and 2 of those are putts, then they're saying we have 3 strokes allocated to getting to the green. Par 4, 2 putts, 2 full swings. And then the par 3 is 2 putts, 1 stroke, right? So obviously par 3s are going to be the shortest, par 5s are going to be the longest. If you're a new golfer, that can be very difficult. So what I always suggest for my new golfers is double this par, right? So if it's a par 5, your par is going to be 10. And of course, we don't always play golf how it's designed, right? So we may, on a par 3, hit it next to the green, chip it up, and then putt it out for par. Let's talk about the slope and rating. This is a really great way of being able to tell how difficult a golf course is. So a lot of times, like if you're not from the area and you pick up this scorecard, you're instantly gonna know, okay, this golf course is really hard or it's really easy. So let's say, for example, that I normally play white tees, just as an example. Universal par is 72, right? They're saying that for me, if I normally shoot 72, that here I'm gonna shoot 73.4 technically. So I know it's just slightly harder than like the average golf course that they're rating. So the other number that's close to that It's going to range from 100 to about 150, and the closer to 150 it is, the more difficult the golf course is. This says that it's 126, so it's not, it's right in the middle. So if you go to a golf course and it's 145 on that slope and rating, I would definitely take more balls. Make sure to like and follow for more.